What's going on? And welcome back to the Scoped Podcast. I am once again your host, Jackson Heaton, Atlanta's rock ambassador. And the coolest thing about bringing this podcast back is catching up with bands that I have not talked to in several years, especially pre-COVID. And today, for episode 110, we have Hush Money on the podcast. These guys are one of my OG bands, a band I've kept in touch with for years, a band that I'm so proud made it through COVID and is thriving now, and we have so much to get into, talking about the year of 1994, talking about playing in Europe versus playing in America, and their new single, and a bunch of stuff we have got to get into. And we're definitely going to talk about Atlanta rock scene, venues around here, the change that we've seen of venues, whether they want or don't want original music and what people want to hear. It's going to be quite an episode for episode 110, and I promise this time, for anybody that listened to the audio version, we're going to stay a little more sober this time.
Yeah.
Because we're on video. It's a little harder to hide that on video.
Good. Yeah.
Hush Money is a truly great band made up of great people. I had the opportunity to play them on Homebrew back when I was on Rock 100.5, a segment I miss dearly. It was one of the biggest wins that the Atlanta rock scene has ever had, and I do truly believe it's going to be back one day. The beers are flowing, the beer is cold, the good times are about to roll. We're at Freedom Brew and Shine, the new sponsors of the Scope Podcast. Come over here and check it out. It's so much fun. Yeah, only do you have amazing beer. You can throw axes. There's a gun range. There's an arcade. There's bowling. There's a kids zone. Isn't that America where you can? This is funny.
Are you training a militia?
You can't drink and shoot, but you can drink and throw axes.
As the Vikings wanted it.
I mean, that is as America as it gets. You can be 7 beers deep, and they'll be like, as long as you sign the waiver, you're good to throw the deadly axes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All it takes is someone with just having a bad day and 7 beers and turn the axes around and go, ah!
Dude, hey, man.
That sounds like a future episode of 60 Minutes.
I bet your janitor loves that. Blood and beer. Let's mop it up.
This is episode 110 of the Scope Podcast with Hush Money, and officially step into my world. I'm psyched. Let's go.
Now you're tuning in to the Scope Podcast.
What's going on? We are here at Freedom Brew and Shine in Cumming, Georgia, and this is episode 110 of the Scope Podcast. Jackson Heaton. I am your host, Atlanta's rock ambassador. It has been my privilege since about 2017 to support the local musicians in Atlanta, to give them a voice, to let them be heard. The whole thing started when I was doing overnights on Rock 100.5, and I wanted to set myself apart from other DJs in Atlanta. And I was looking at the local rock scene. I had a buddy of mine, Dusty, of course, frontman for the Ides of June, who I grew up with, and I went to one of their shows one night, and I was like, wow, bands here are so much fun. Bands are coming out to support each other. Bands are going to their shows, and the scene is so vibrant, but no one's covering it, and that was my opportunity to become Atlanta's rock ambassador. So I started emceeing concerts so that bands had a radio presence at their show, just, trying to give them a little exposure. And it turned out to be more than I ever could have imagined. I actually have a tattoo that says Atlanta's rock ambassador with a skull on it. What's up? And it's trademarked by the state of Georgia. No mofos better be trying to get the name Atlanta's rock ambassador, or they'll be hearing from my lawyer. We got Hush Money today. Hush Money is one of my OG bands from back in 2019. We did our first interview.
Something like that.
Yeah, something
All right,
like that.
so that 2019, 6 years ago, 1,000 lifetimes ago, Greg. Greg was saying back when we did our first interview, the beers we were drinking a lot of scofflaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now it's like 1 or 2 and we're good. I'm probably going to take a nap after this.
We're older. The hangovers suck more. So that's how that
they
works.
There's nothing like a hangover these days. Like,
Yeah, I mean, and you could tell our 20-year-old selves that, and we'd be like, "Nah," and it was like, "Bro, really?"
it's coming. It's coming. Like,
You avoid those at all costs.
a chicken biscuit and a cup of coffee and a Gatorade, and I was good. You know,
Yeah.
it's
It's 3
Iron Man.
days. It's a
Yeah,
3-day
yeah.
recovery.
Yeah, you're gonna need an IV drip, all this.
St. Patrick's Day 2023. Aisha and I, we hadn't had Tatum yet. It was just Shepherd, and my in-laws were keeping Shepherd for the night, and we're like, all right, let's go out, let's party, let's have fun. I don't know how familiar y'all are with this place, but we went to Good Old Days Bar and Grill.
Oh, yeah.
Played there.
Yeah, we played there.
Yeah.
Woo. We started off with Long Island iced teas.
Jeez.
Then we switched to gin and tonics, and then the green beer. And by the end of the night, I'm throwing up in the bushes outside of Good Old Days.
Let's go again.
And our driver takes us home. I don't even remember going home. And we pass out, wake up in the morning. I have green glitter on my shirt that I didn't go home with
Oh.
when I wake up. And my front door's open.
It sounds like you were assaulted by a leprechaun. Huh?
And I sat in the shower for like 2 hours.
Oh,
Just horrible these days.
Hey,
You're just
yeah.
begging God to take it away from you.
And then there's nothing that'll make you not ever want to have besides us who are parents here, who has kids.
Yeah.
So there is nothing that will make you never want to have a hangover again, like waking up hungover with a kid talking
at
at
you.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like knowing you have to parent with a hangover, that will make you never want to have a hangover again.
Easily.
Sounds like a nightmare.
And most of the time, it's nonstop questions about the most random thing, and you're like, I have no idea what you're even asking me.
A
right
kid
now.
doesn't care
Like,
if you have a hangover.
No, yeah, they don't care.
They're like, Daddy, why's that grass taller than the other one? Yeah, I don't know.
Daddy, I want a snack. Daddy, TV, get your ass up. Let's go. Double time. I feel like they're a military drill sergeant.
What's the TV password? Yeah.
Dad, what's this dinosaur over here? How come he's like that? I don't know.
Like, when did you turn into a DI?
What did you say? She asked you who was a boy or a girl?
Yeah, I mean, Presley came and woke me up and asked me if Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon was a boy or a girl at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. It's just
You know what? We're older now. We're wiser. We have avoided,
some of
we've avoided dying up until now. So now we start to mature. We learn. We grow. Who do we have here from Hush Money?
I'm Greg, drummer, singer, writer, producer.
Do you even need us?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I pretty much run this entire show by myself at all times. So yeah.
I'm Seth. I play guitar and I sing and help write and produce and mix, master, edit.
He does none of that.
Hi, my name is Caleb Logan. I'm the President of the United States.
Spiritual advisor.
Spiritual advisor. We need a lot of prayer in this group. So if
There
you
was
would
a
out there, pray
zero
for us.
politics conversation on this podcast.
Caleb's the band chaplain. So
Yeah,
Spiritual advisor.
Yeah, I'd like to lead us in prayer. We need it these days.
If everybody would join hands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I like to play things. Usually the things
You
with
look like a
strings
Bible
on them.
salesman right now.
Well, I would do that if it was a good Bible, make sure it's the
I
right
think it's
one.
the shirt and the haircut makes him look like he's
100%.
going door to door.
People always ask me, they ask my wife, they're like, what does your husband do? It's like, well, he's in a band. And they're like, oh, well, what church does he play? It's like, well,
It's a holiness
yeah.
church.
Yeah. But no, we love Jesus. We love Jesus.
amen, brother.
We do.
Jesus is cool.
Jesus is cool.
Yes.
For all the kids out there, Jesus
That's right.
is cool.
Jesus is just all right with me.
And I'm Nathaniel Newberry, and I play bass and write cool riffs, and that's about
He
that's
does.
about the gist of
That
it.
is the greatest of all y'all. He did the best.
The
Yeah,
most-
absolutely.
the most accurate introduction.
I write the riffs. And that's all you need to know.
That's it.
I like rock and roll riffs, and I'm just glad to be here.
Greg, Seth, Caleb, Nathaniel, Hush Money on the podcast. Guys, I'm so excited to have y'all back. And we got so much to get into.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
How did y'all survive COVID? A lot of bands didn't.
I just didn't pay attention to it.
Well, part of that.
Just ignored it.
We
So
we
we-
adapted.
Yeah, we
adapted.
adapted
We-
and
yeah,
overcame.
We'll see. So the wild thing that happened was we had probably 60 or 70 shows on the books during COVID. And we started getting call after call after call after call, canceling shows. We lost probably 70 shows that year, which is amounted to probably $40,000 or $50,000 worth of shows for us, if not more. So we were bummed but everything was closing down.
Absolutely.
But instead of going, instead of losing our minds and being frustrated, we chose to use the time productively, and we wrote Industry Standard. That was when we wrote our first full-length album, Industry Standard, and we completely wrote and produced that entire record, so we would be able to go and record it when everything was ready to go. So we just used it to be productive instead of like getting frustrated, and we channeled our energy creatively. So, and that was the cool part about it is we didn't quit, because I know a lot of bands that broke up and a lot of bands that quit and got beat down because of it, and we just kind of drove straight through it. So I mean,
Tell me about the moment, though, because it's probably easy to talk about it now, and it was probably a lot when you were first going through it, when those shows were first getting canceled.
Yep.
Describe the moment that y'all were. I guarantee y'all had the conversations like, are we done right now? Or is this the end? Is this?
We
ever
never
had
had
that
that. We're just like, all right, how do we? We're going to keep doing this thing.
Pivot.
Yeah.
how do we
Let's
continue
pivot.
being productive?
Yeah.
How do we move
What's
forward?
What's Plan B? Let's make it. Let's go.
But you all, every band had the outlook, because we thought that was going to be life from then on. Like when COVID first started, we're like, this is how it's going to be from now on. So you're like, that first problem of, okay, how do we keep being a band if we can't get into venues, or venues are, not booking?
Well,
Right.
I think the beautiful thing about the day that we live in, though, is we didn't really have to look at it like that. Like I said, like Gregor said, we really kind of buckled down and wrote Industry Standard. So we kind of looked at it as an opportunity to breathe a little bit, because we were just show after show after show after show, and it's like, okay, now we can breathe. Let's get some of this creativity going. But we live in an age of the digital media, so it's like we don't have to go out just to get our music out. We can figure out and devise a way to release it on Spotify, to release it on YouTube, to release it on Facebook. So, I mean, I don't think we ever had that discussion of like, man, do you think we'll be done? Do you think we'll ever get back out there? It was like, no, man, let's just keep making
Next
music
chapter.
and getting it out there. Like, let's just do it.
Whether it was ignorance or whatever, we don't have a quit in us, and that's part of it. We may be just too stupid to quit.
Yeah.
So, but it's one of those things. It's like, like you said, it was kind of an opportunity for us. We took that as like, well, we're not going to quit. So
What
what
else
are
do
we?
we do?
What can we do? And it's like, well, even if this is the new norm, like you're talking about, like if this is life from here forward, we can still release music digitally regardless. So we still have the opportunity to do the things that we love to do and we're driven to do at that point. So there was never a time when where it's like, guess we're done.
And financially,
yeah.
we'd go out, we'd play everywhere. We'd play a little winery. We'd go everywhere where there was people, and we would play.
Yeah.
We're
$200
making
here,
it happen.
$150 here. It didn't matter. We gathered every dime of
Kept
money
hitting
we
it.
could possibly get by playing. We probably did what?
Brewery,
60 acoustic shows in 21
Yeah.
just
Man.
to be able to. Yeah, I'm not joking.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
we played.
Yeah.
probably
Me
played
and
everywhere.
Greg sold a lot
We
of
probably played
T-shirts.
60 just in Helen by itself,
Oh
man.
God, yeah.
I
So
bought a brand new acoustic guitar and wore that thing out. Man,
but that speaks to our drive. We've been together for a long time, and it's like it's never been an option. Quitting has never been an option for us, and I think that's the mentality you have to have. If you want to do something with it, you have to have that mentality. You can't just quit when times get tough. You got to figure out Plan B. So.
And I think that's what's going to make y'all such a successful band, that attitude, because I have talked to so many bands that went through so many dark times. And I mean, Greco, you remember Greco?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Greco, they
Great
broke
band.
volunteering.
Yeah.
And,
Really?
yeah.
Dang,
Did
man,
not know
they
that.
were like big in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
I
big.
mean, they would pack out upstairs at Smith's Old Bar.
Yep.
every
Oh
time they
yeah.
played.
Yeah, like sardines,
And
man.
I mean, reasons I don't pry, so
Sure, yeah.
I mean that, and there are several other bands that broke up, but I was really surprised. Greco was, y'all are in the scene, but outside of it, right?
Right.
Because-
Hour and a half out.
yeah, I mean, Greco was that band in the scene that lived in the scene,
Midtown,
and they were kind of carrying that inner scene wave for a while,
Right.
and I thought, man, they've got nothing but they're selling out every time they play upstairs at Smith's, and when they disbanded, I was really heartbroken. That's a big loss for Atlanta.
Last
That is
time we played
heartbreaking.
down in Macon, we saw a Greco sticker.
Yeah, we
on the
did.
stage. It's
Yeah.
like, oh man,
At the
I
Hummingbird.
wonder how
Yeah, we
those
sure
guys are
did.
doing. But I didn't know.
Damn, dude.
That's-
Wow.
But I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, and I mean, I don't speak ill of no one. I mean, everyone has their own challenges that you have to face.
Everyone has their own personal
Yeah,
life and things that get in the way.
and that's what happens. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and that's just part of it. I mean,
Yeah,
we get looks. I can't tell you how often we get looks of people looking at us going, "You guys have stayed together the same form in how long?" Like it's crazy, But it's funny because we've been together as long as we have.
So
and,
close,
and,
he even picks hairs off his bandmate's back.
Oh yeah.
He's got you. He's got
but
you.
it's
Wait till the scabs come up.
Yeah. But like, we still enjoy hanging out. We still enjoy going to the bar and hanging out. We still enjoy the truck rides. We enjoy the shows and stuff like that. And it's just like,
And even if we're not playing music, we just like hanging out.
Yeah.
we still have a group chat where we talk shit all the time.
Stuff you'd want no one else to probably see.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Don't get in our group chat.
So sometimes my wife will look over my shoulder and look at the group chat. She'll just roll her eyes like, oh, I can't even. What am I doing with you?
Some men hide their side pieces text from others. Y'all hide your group chat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this is too stupid. People are gonna think.
This is
oh.
too stupid to think about.
Or it's just some dumbass inside joke that we had from practice last week, and it's like, you're not gonna get it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We got our own language at this point.
So when y'all did shift your mentality with COVID and being like, okay, we got to find a new way to have our creative process to get our music out there. What changed in y'all as songwriters, the way y'all wrote riffs, the way you did everything?
I think we got back to me personally. I got back to my roots a little more.
I agree with that. Yeah.
We got back to home.
Well, it allowed us that we were not on a timeline, so we could nitpick everything that we wanted to, because it's like there was no pressure to force anything out. So we just kind of just did what came naturally, and we're able to work through it creatively and be picky about it. So
Yeah.
Y'all are one of the lucky bands for sure, because it sounds like y'all's personal life and jobs, allow y'all to have the funds to put into the band and allow y'all that time to kind of.
So
That's
here's
the-
a fun fact about our band.
I love fun facts.
We don't spend any.
We haven't taken a cut of money since 2016, and every dime of money we make, whether it's for shows, merchandise, or whatever, goes into one band fund, and it is funding itself to this point where we're coming out of pocket $0.
Yep.
Wow.
We spend no money on our
It's a
show.
small business, and we
Yeah.
run it straight through a band
Who
account.
would have thought some rednecks from LJ?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well-
dude, we don't spend any kind of money out of our pocket. It's all band funded. Everything we play goes straight into the fund, and we buy shirts.
We
and
did that at one
merch.
point. We did that at one
Yeah.
point where we were pulling. All right, everybody needs to get their $250 or $500 together so we can go cut these tracks.
It's not a
and we
sustainable
finally, it's
model.
not sustainable. And it's like at one point, so we finally, because we were maxing out credit cards trying to pay for recording and all this shit. And finally, we're just like, you know what? If the music can't pay for itself, then we don't need to be doing it. So we
right.
made the hard-nosed decision to make the music fund itself.
Yep.
And we haven't looked back since.
So y'all don't spend any of your own money on the
Not a
band.
dime.
Not a dime.
man.
No.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because we have a little store in Blue Ridge called Big Frog Music. Her name's Cindy Webb. She's the unsung hero and 5th unofficial member of Hush Money.
No, yes.
And we go pick up funds from her about once a month. And I have to keep her fully stocked because she is selling our merchandise left and right.
Yeah.
But we're also selling merchandise online. We've shipped, there's no telling how much we've shipped overseas of our shirts and hats and music and all this stuff. Like it's but it's sustaining itself at this point, and it's. I mean, we would have never thought that it got to this point, but it's really cool to think about a bunch of kids growing up in the mountains of LJ and Mineral Bluff over here, that our music is reaching Germany and Australia. We have a huge listener base in Australia.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
we're going
crazy.
to talk about Europe.
Yeah. So it's
like-
been extremely rewarding to know that our music can sustain itself. Yeah.
And there are so many bands, talented bands in the Atlanta rock scene that cannot say they fund themselves through the band. Like that's the thing. So many bands, especially younger bands, I see coming in. They're like, I'm gonna be Axl Rose. I'm gonna be, the next big thing, and that's their only focus. Music is a business, and y'all see it as such.
Sure.
Yeah,
man.
80% of what we do is a business, and I hate to put it that way, but like because we love the music, we love the 20% creativity and playing the shows, but 80% of what we do is marketing and business related.
So you'd say a very small percentage of being a band is what you do on stage.
Independently.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah, if
Yep.
you're an independent artist, it's like we do like that 20% is usually like 100% of the artist's job, but we add on another 80% to make the whole of what we do.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah,
and
behind
that's
the
what I
scenes.
tell bands. I'm like, hey, if you want to be a big band, there's a certain way to go about it. If you just want to be a band that just to shit around and play covers on a weekend, have a little fun, make some, spending money, that's fine too. Like,
I mean,
there's different ways. Like you don't have to be one or the other.
Right.
But as long as you're putting your effort into whichever way you're doing it, there's smart ways to do both. Right.
I agree with
for
that.
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
We know plenty. Like we have so many friends playing in bands. It's like they play for the extra $150 a week they get for whether it's car payment, groceries, beer, whatever they want to do, and that's fine. Do your thing, man. That's fantastic. We've just made the conscious decision that we're going to write and produce our own music to try to make a living out of it at this point. Like that is obviously that's our end goal, but that's why we put our financial foot towards that more so than putting it in our pocket, because the end goal will reap larger benefits than the short term. The $150 we make this weekend or whatever it is not the same reward that you'll get financially for a career. It's not. So we've it's a
You got to invest in the long game.
Yep, and that's what we're doing.
When's the last time y'all played in Atlanta?
within the
On the
perimeter.
perimeter?
Dang.
Been
Tell
a
you
while,
the
man.
truth, we really stay out. I mean,
The
we're
Masquerade
branching
show,
out.
I think, was the last July.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
did
the
it for
Masquerade.
Yeah, we were open for Crowbot,
Crowbot.
and at the Masquerade, and
That's
it
a
was
wild
it was
band.
fun. It was cool, But like, we've had a lot of promoters reach out to us and booking agents. They're like, "Hey, we want you to come play for 4.5 hours. We're gonna give you $250 plus tips." And I'm like,
Nope.
No.
"No, thank you." Like it's not happening.
250?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it's not happening. Like,
For a whole night.
and
yeah.
that's something that's something else that we made a decision on that we didn't mention is we decided what our worth was.
Oh yeah.
And something that and honestly, a lot of times bands inadvertently, they do not mean to do this, so I do not mean to place blame, but a lot of times they hurt other artists by taking the 4-hour, $150 gig. They hurt other artists by doing that.
They hurt the music scene.
Because they're better than that. They are better than that $150, but they're creating that. They're setting a precedent, saying, "Oh, well, I got them, and they're really good for $150. Why do I need to pay you anymore?" So it becomes an epidemic at that point. So we've decided that what our worth is, what we'll show up for, and if venues don't match it, that's okay. That's fine. I'm not beseeching anyone because of their financial obligations. It's fine. But like, if you want us to show up, like it's going to be, you got almost 20 years of experience of a band here. You're going to get quality. We're not going to give you a shit quality. So when we show up, you're getting a high quality act. We know our value at that point.
I have been very hesitant to bring this topic up on the podcast ever since we started this new video version. But I think Hush Money is the perfect band to bring it up.
Oh boy.
We're very
have mercy.
opinionated.
They are very opinionated, and I love it.
All right, well, here we go.
We're all very.
Let's get it.
We're all Southern boys. They're from LJ and Mineral Bluff. I'm from Blairsville, and we just have the same kind of built-in attitude in our DNA. I want to talk about the Atlanta rock scene.
Yes.
I want to talk about what's wrong with it.
Okay.
I can tell you what's wrong with it.
And because I've been advised by some people not to talk bad about the Atlanta rock scene, but that's not what I want to do.
No,
and
no.
that's what I
Bad.
tell them.
Let's-
It's not about trashing the Atlanta rock scene
at all.
No.
It's
Constructive
talking
criticism.
about, it's recognizing what the problem is
That's how you
compared
fix it.
to what it used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I'll set it up, and then we will have a very open discussion about this. I love this. Y'all are so great.
Well, we're
So
ready.
pre-COVID, I was emceeing concerts every other night. Star Bar, Smith's Old Bar, wherever, Terminal West, wherever it might be. And it was just always so fun. And this is what I get for bringing it up.
Yeah.
My thing falls down.
Banner. You just knocked the banner down, Jackson.
Fix it in post.
Let's keep this. Let's not edit this
Yeah.
out. I like this. I like this.
Keep this.
Fix it in post.
Rails to
Brandon,
Roads.
thank you.
Brandon Barker of Rails to Roads.
We'll fix it in post,
All
right?
right.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Hold it down with my hand. And it would be like, say I was emceeing a show for Greco. There'd be 5 other bands there in the crowd that weren't playing that night, but they just wanted to come support.
Sure, support it,
And
yeah.
then I would get done emceeing that show, and then me and Greco and whoever, we'd go over to Star Bar to catch the late show.
Yeah.
And then we'd go out for beers afterwards, still, 2 in the morning, whatever it may be. And we were just talking Atlanta rock scene. How do we get this bigger? How do we, promote it more? Just, bullshit and then talking. And that's not what it is anymore.
It don't
It's
feel
not.
like it.
Nope.
It's not going to be.
I don't know if it will ever be again unless these bands wake up.
Well, you got to have a community. Like we have other bands that I would consider brothers.
Sure.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, Waleska, right off the top of my head, I love those guys. We'd go anywhere.
Who?
Absolutely.
The band
Waleska.
Waleska, check them out. They're
from
really
Waleska,
awesome.
Georgia.
They're,
Yeah.
Great guys.
Nolan
Southern
and
rock
Caleb and all
musicians.
them. Yeah, if you like Southern rock, they're right in the pocket, dude.
Yep.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, you've got to cultivate a community, and so many bands. Well, you don't even have like really too many bands anymore. You've got independent artists with hired guns. And it's all about the narcissism train, right? Me, let me push everybody else down, It's basic principle, rising tide raises all ships.
Sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So you've got to have that sense of community first and foremost. Atlanta's lost a lot of that.
So much of it.
Yeah.
I mean, bands used to promote other band shows on their pages, on their
Yeah.
personal
Right.
pages.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're not playing this weekend, but this band is playing at Smith's Old Bar. Great friends of ours. Go check it out. Go check out their new album or their new single. The bands would buy each other's merch just to support.
Yeah.
So there are bands that, like he said, we consider family. We do that with.
Absolutely.
Like in the North Georgia scene, there are bands like Waleska, One for the Road, Betting on the Mule. Like some of these.
And you're at their shows when y'all aren't playing.
We have gone to their shows
yeah.
before. Like when we did our album release of our new record, Waleska showed up and they were there. Like they didn't ask for a dime of money to come and support us because they're just good folks. Like we're brothers. We're all fighting the same fight. And if we can make enough noise in one area, then we're all going to get visibility, and that's the goal.
That's right.
But I think that the biggest issue that we have in the state of Georgia, and I think this is across the state, I don't think it's just the Atlanta music scene, is you don't have the state or the people getting behind live music like they once did. And so
Right.
when you say, hey, we're going to be at Smith's Old Bar, or we're going to be at Star Bar, or wherever it's at, they're like, I'll go on Spotify and listen to their music. You know what I mean? It's like, and then when they come to your show and they expect to hear what you're playing on Spotify and you don't sound like the record, they're mad about it. The whole live experience. Like people used to go watch Zeppelin for the oh my God. Like you never knew what John Paul Jones and Bonham and all those guys were gonna do because they do it instrumental for 30 minutes. You're like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. But you don't but anymore people go to a rock show and they want note for note exactly the same timed out method of the music that's on the record. And that's fine. But it's like, that's not what a live show's about. When you go to a
not.
live show, you want the energy, you want the feeling, you want the experience of being somewhere. Because you go to all of them.
You want something that hasn't happened that nobody else has seen.
Yeah, it's like
Exactly.
it's like-
I was at the show in Atlanta, and it was so much different than Orlando, or the Orlando show blew my mind, and Nashville was different. You know,
I think that's why bands like the Grateful Dead and Fish and like all these jam bands that they change up their set every night. They change up what they're doing, you know. And when you go, that's why you have people that follow them around the country, is because, shit, man, we've seen them in Atlanta. We're going to go to Nashville next week and watch them, and it's going to be a totally different show.
Yeah.
They're going to play 15 different songs and not repeat one. And
it's about
like,
creating that moment, because
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
the
the
moment.
audience is a part of the show at that time.
Yes.
You're living, you're breathing, you're pulsing. It's the same vibe, you know. And if your whole show, even your talking breaks, are to a click track, so you end the show on the exact second. That's not improv.
We had a
that's
sound
not
engineer one
live
time
music.
that told us that his most favorite band, and we're not going to say the band. He loved
a very popular band.
Yes,
A
and
very
loved
popular
working
band.
with them, because he knew that if their show started at 7, that it was going to end at like 9:26, because the click track, their talking points were to a click track. Like they spaced their words out according to the click track in their ears. Like the entire thing was on a timeline. So they had an hour and a half to 2 hours, whatever it was they were playing, and they were done, because they knew exactly word for word what they were going to say, that's the speed of everything. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with playing to a click track live. It is, you know, that if that's what you want to do because you want it to be, you want that the authenticity of the record coming through, that's fine. But like, that's not us. Like, one night you're gonna hear our song "Bad Side," and it might be a little faster or slower than the night
we
before.
might add a different instrumental break.
It might be 3 minutes. It might be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't know.
So,
it's whatever we're feeling that night.
But I think the biggest issue is, but also you don't have promoters pushing these musicians in this scene anymore. You don't have it, because unfortunately it's one of those what can you give me type thing. Instead of I believe in the music, I support the artist, I'm here to represent the artist. It's like, okay, what can I get out of this? And we're no longer working as a team. So going to see bands like Half Hot and Greco and some of those bands like we used to do, we're not doing that anymore, because the whole scene, the whole vibe of the scene has changed. Because it's like, I hate to say this, but at some point you have to expand your fan base outside of just other bands, because supporting artists is phenomenal and I encourage it, but you have to break out of that. And to be able to break out of that, you have to have those promoters and those people who support you push that vibe, and it doesn't happen as much as it should anymore. And I'm not saying the music itself will play out, but it's funny that there are only certain people who get the visibility, because their promoters are doing the work, and other people don't get that, and other bands and other artists are not getting that going forward. And I think that's your biggest issue, is the marketing behind it. It's subjective to people that are going to pay enough to get it to that point.
Which leads into the next topic, but still on topic with that. A lot of venues don't want original music.
No.
And like less and less venues in Atlanta, the Smith's Old Bars and all that around there. I mean, it's a DJ up top now.
Yeah. Isn't that sad?
They just want to dance.
Like, what the heck?
I mean, I love Smith's Old Bar. It will always be one of a place where I became Atlanta's rock ambassador.
Sure.
It's iconic.
But the bathrooms are nice now. They
weird.
got toilet paper in
That's
there.
weird.
You're not at a cool bar if you don't feel a little.
You gotta have
a little
the-
dirty.
Doesn't
in
feel
the
a little
bathroom.
dirty.
I used to take a shower as soon as I got home from Smith's Old Bar.
Yeah, the looming threat of hepatitis
It feels a little
C.
dirty.
Yeah, dirty.
right,
I
I
like
mean-
the dirtiness of it. Now they have hand soap in there, and the hand towels are always restocked, and there's extra toilet paper behind the toilet.
Right.
And I'm like, what is this?
You're not just wiping the pee off on your hands or the pants anymore. Yeah.
Used to be, I see no soap, and I'm like, all right, just a quick rinse under the water, and then I'm good.
Yeah. But I feel like it's a scene that's eating itself at that point.
Yeah.
It's just like there's somebody always out for something extra, what's in it for them and not what's in it for the scene. And so it's just
It's always been a
little by
cutthroat
little, it's
business.
just eating itself. And so it's just that.
Well, think about like all the major scenes that have taken place when you had like the Seattle rock scene with Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all those guys. Like they were all like they were. It was a community.
Yeah.
You know, and they were encouraging their fans and their people to go watch these other bands. In New York, it's the same thing.
Dude, could you
even back
imagine
in
the
Southern
bathrooms
rock.
at those clubs?
But like even in Atlanta or the Georgia, the Southern.
That's a scene bathroom right there. Seattle in the 90s. Come on.
Well, the Southern Rock Triangle, like we like to call it, like from Muscle Shoals to Macon, you know, up into, you know,
in North Charlotte,
Charlotte area, like that
that
Southern Rock Triangle that you've got. Those guys were always out supporting each other on tour or whatever it was. Like they were dragging their fans on top of everybody else to introduce them. It wasn't a, well, I don't want y'all listening to them because you might like them better than us. It's like, why don't we just have a huge community? You know, and that's
always been the craziest thing to me about a music scene in general is like, it's like a famine mentality. Like they think that there's this limited resource of listeners that you just have to eat them up yourself. And if they're not listening to you, then they're listening to someone else. It's like, dude, at most songs are like 3 minutes long and they've got to listen to something after that. Who's to say they can't listen to both? Like, that's one of the greatest things about music in general is you can be, you know, you can love chocolate and vanilla, man. Like, you don't have to pick one.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm on Spotify, I'm not just listening to one band the entire time. Like I'm searching a playlist or I'm you know, searching different songs.
Yeah, you don't have to like go listen to Hush Money. So you know,
Don't listen to anybody else.
But don't listen to the other guys.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if they don't come listening to us, then that means we're losing them. It's like, no, man. Like, let's share some fans. Like, everybody likes this, what we got going on. Let's share it. And no one thinks like that. Everybody's
What was the band y'all mentioned? Waleska?
Yeah,
Have y'all ever told anybody to listen to the
Yes.
Waleska?
Absolutely, man. We're telling them right now. Like, go listen to
It's on the podcast. I forgot. It's right
Yeah. But we've played how many shows with those boys? You know what I mean? Like,
dude.
and even when we weren't playing, like we went and listened to them, watched them, hung out, and drank beers with them. Like
We even played a hot air balloon festival with those guys. That was trippy.
A 3-day Chattanooga hot air balloon festival.
in the middle of July.
The beauty of being friends as independent bands and local bands is that, like, say y'all play a show with Waleska and they play first and they kill it. You're like, I'm so happy for them. They killed it, but we're gonna top it. Like, I mean, that's like friendly competition. Right?
it makes you better. Yeah.
Sometimes a little scared if they do too good.
But I will tell you, like we had a band friend of you know that we had at one point that they went on. They got to where we want to be at this point. And we asked them, you know, with new singles coming out, hey, do you care to share this? Because I know you've got a much wider listener base. They were not going to do it because there is a mentality of cannibalism at this point where they just do not want their fans listening to other people's music because they're afraid they won't show up to their shows.
It's just a famine mentality.
Yeah.
And there's no reason.
Yeah, and so you know, but with us, like if any of our, we'll call them families, they share stuff like we're sharing it. We want everybody to listen to this because if we do a bill together, like why would you not want as many people there as possible? Why would you not want that?
That's just gonna be a good time.
And that's how it used to be. If a band had a visiting band from out of town and they had fans coming, they're like, hey, let's get on the same bill. I want to be exposed to your fans or your people.
Drag my people on top of yours. It's great. Yeah.
That's the way it works.
That's how you create a scene. That's how you create music scenes, and that's how you create enough noise to get visibility.
Absolutely.
It's literally that simple. But because if you make enough noise, they can't ignore you. They can't deny you at that point.
I remember at my 30th birthday bash at Smith's Old Bar, I had Greco, Half Hot, and the K9s.
Yep. We were in the audience.
We were there. We were there for that.
Oh, there?
We were
Watching
there.
that show.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us to
We
play.
were in the
that.
audience.
We
Yeah.
were in the audience.
Yeah.
I'm still meeting people to this day that were there.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm still finding out people to this
Talking
day.
about going to watch other bands. Like, we were there. We were
were
there to
there.
see that shit.
Y'all were at my 30th birthday bash?
Yes, we were. Yeah.
Yes.
We really appreciate you inviting us to play.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we appreciate
you're
you
very
inviting
welcome.
us.
Dude, I was so hammered that night by the time, and the worst mistake I made was to MC my own birthday.
Yeah,
That was
party.
rough.
Because by the time Greco was headlining, I was like, I want to thank everybody for coming to my birthday party. This is Greco. I mean, I was just out of it. I was like,
You did
Please
great,
don't fall
man.
down.
You did
Please don't
great.
fall down. Please don't fall down. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
my cousin Suzanne, but my mom and dad were in a room together for the first time in like 15 years or so.
Yeah.
At that point, they came, and some of my family came, and my cousin Suzanne was dancing so hard to Half High. You know the show Half High.
Oh,
puts
yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
man.
Goose and all them.
Goosey was just
Yeah,
up
Goose
there
is
in that
a
cat
force
suit.
of nature,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh man,
She like fell down. She was so drunk dancing to them. But that was fun. That was just a fun night of local music, and that's what I wanted to.
Well, that was
Yeah,
a
man.
fun time in general because we were all like there for about 2 years. Like we were all hammering that scene, and we were starting to make a little noise at that point. Of course, when COVID hit, it kind of killed all that. But that was such a fun time in our existence that we were all kind of hammering.
And it's
together,
something I want to
yeah.
write a book about one day, honestly.
I think it'd be a great read.
Because
yeah.
it didn't matter if it was a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday. There was a show going on somewhere.
yeah.
Somewhere a band was playing.
It's just not that way anymore, and it's very genre specific anymore. Like if you kind of have to fit in kind of a certain box before it's like that anymore. And I think that's frustrating too. Is you have to fit a certain mold before they'll try to put you on or promote you or whatever thing like that. So
We were talking earlier about how y'all were saying about original music versus covers. Venues want the covers now.
Sure.
Venues want play the song that people know and can dance to, play the stuff that they can sing along to.
Right.
It's so crazy. I mean, even in Nashville, especially in Nashville.
Well, they're trying to
Like,
Nashville.
yeah,
They're
right
trying to
on
take
Broadway,
They're
they're
trying to
all-
take the structure of Nashville and put it everywhere else.
Yeah.
That's the intent.
Like if you go to a bar on what's the street there?
Broad Street.
Broad
Broad
Street.
Street, yes. And you say, hey, I want to play a 2-hour show of full originals. You'll get laughed out of the bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, they don't want any of that shit.
They'll honestly fire you on the spot if you play one original most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I've never understood that. I don't get the playing covers to appease the masses. It's like music is an art. Aren't we out here trying to paint our own picture? Like what are we doing?
That's why we have tribute bands and cover bands. Like,
I think-
specifics.
Isn't that a little weird? Like whenever you go see like a band and they're like dressed up as somebody else and they try to sing like somebody else and play like it's like I don't know.
assuming-
I
I don't know,
It's
man.
assuming someone else's identity.
It
is
really
your own.
is.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird.
You're out of
feeling.
here.
Yeah.
People will pay ticket prices that were more expensive today than it was to see the actual band
Back in the
to
day.
In
go
their heyday,
watch somebody
yeah.
who's dressed up like them.
Yeah.
That
that
shit
crazy?
is wild to me. It's like
Yeah.
it's not them. It's not the band. Like you're paying money for something that's not them. Like that's so crazy.
But I mean,
to
it's
me.
crazy, but you can't knock them because some of these
They're making a
bands,
ton of money.
they
They're
make
making
a
a
ton.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
make
absolutely.
most,
They make a
most
killing.
really good tribute and cover bands make more money than
Oh.
any original band.
Oh, 100%.
by,
And-
by any
Don't they have
Well,
to
they- by
pay
and
something
large.
to the original artist to?
Yeah, they have to pay it. They basically have to pay a stipend to the original artist to be able to assume their image or
Yeah,
portray them.
likeness
But
and
they're
image.
they've got 200 dates a year and they're making unbelievable amount of money. And if you and I'll say this, if you are in it for the payday on that part of it, more power to you.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's
Like
your route.
if that is your goal and that is your ambition,
Yeah, feed your
have
family.
at it.
Yep.
But like, it and I hate to say this, but it is starving people out for new music. It is because they want to hear the same thing that they were listening to in 1986. There's nothing wrong with that. I still listen to that stuff. I love that stuff. It's our influences. But at some point, our influences have developed into our original
Mainstream.
sound.
Mainstream.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like we've kind of, it's funny because when people ask us, who do you sound like?
It's like
They
sound
said
like
we can't
Hush
pinpoint.
Money?
You sound like Hush Money, and that's the absolutely the greatest compliment we get day to day is you sound like you, and that's a blending of what we call Georgia music. It's it's R&B, it's Southern rock, it's country, it's bluegrass, it's gospel. It's all just molded and squished into one ball, and that's what you get with us. You don't have that, and it's funny because we try to be as real and independent as possible, which our slogan is "Real music for real people."
Real music for real people. That's it.
That's
money.
where we live. And,
Trademark.
And you don't have. It's almost like that's being frowned upon anymore. They don't want that. They want you to. They want you to play. I want you to play the top 40 from 1990, and I want you to play the top 40 from 1985, and don't vary from it. Stay right there in that pocket. So I don't know. It's just grievances on.
No, I never thought the minority would be original bands.
Isn't that crazy?
It's definitely shifted. It's flipped. But
Already 45 minutes into this episode.
keep driving.
Alrighty.
Keep driving.
What the hell? Y'all just put out an amazing single that I have been listening to all day.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
No questions?
No
Yeah,
questions.
no questions.
We're taking
That's not the
questions
answer
over.
to your question. That's the name of the song.
We
No
tell
questions.
people keep your jobs. We flip the boss off so you don't have to.
Exactly.
So
Yes, sir.
get out there, pay your taxes, make your money.
If you want to quit your job, just walk out and play this song.
Yeah, just play this song,
That's
take a
your
deep
anthem.
breath,
That's
come
the
back
one.
in, get the work done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done it for you
Y'all
guys.
should have just added up at the end of it.
Yeah, I
I think
you
it's
do
kind of
flip-
in the middle of it there.
Yeah, yeah.
is, yeah.
Did
I'm
you
almost
give him the
don't like
double
that.
birds?
Just one.
just the single bird.
I only single barreled.
Solo eagle. Yeah, okay.
Is this part of an album?
It is.
Yes, it is. The album's called "Go Back Home." Yeah, and we kind of added a little more hometown flavor than we usually
Kind
do.
of like what Caleb was saying earlier about when we kind of took that break during COVID and we started doing the acoustic shows. We really took a step back to our roots and kind of figuring out, the other facets of who we are. Because we released Industry Standard, and Industry Standard is 100% unapologetically Hush Money.
Yeah.
But that was the rock and roll facet of Hush Money. And then you've got the other facet of Hush Money that is the more country southern rock side of us, which is there and it's always been there. And
Yeah.
so we kind of took a step back during this COVID thing. We were doing a lot of the acoustic shows. We were doing a lot of easy listening, kind of more country type stuff. And it really got us in that headspace of like the down home stuff that we grew up on. And it just opened up a whole new door of writing for us. And so
I don't know about you guys, but I was really happy to kind of reveal that side to the masses because, if you'd been to the live Hush Money show, you knew since day one. Like I think our first set had before we were even writing material, we had In Color by Jamie Johnson in the first set, right next to Paranoid by Black Sabbath. It was there from day one, so it's just kind of like, this is the other half of us too. So it's kind of.
Daniel, wouldn't you agree that going back to your roots, sometimes like y'all said y'all did, is sometimes the best way to go?
Oh yeah,
Like
for
you
sure.
try to venture out, you tried new things, different things, but coming back to your roots, and you said going back home, Caleb, it brings something out in you when you go back to your roots. That it makes your sound almost better.
Well, like Seth
Oh,
and
yeah,
I,
that's-
like we were raised on. Our dad was a traditional country music artist for years. I'm talking 35, 40 years. He played traditional country music. That's what he did. So we were raised in singing acoustic, old like folk songs and bluegrass tunes and stuff like that when we were kids. So it was we were no stranger to the writing style of it.
that kind of stuff, like getting back to your roots, it feels almost primal. It's just it fits. It's just right.
It's just who we are. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people in the music industry that assume an identity and they try to attach like, oh, this is hot now. I got to wear my hair like this. I got to put this on. I got to talk with this accent or put on this vibe. But, it's like when you get down to who you are deep down, it's like that. You don't have to try to put anything on. Here we are.
Yep.
That's us.
How's it been for you, the new sound?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like anything else. I enjoy all of it. I just love playing music. I mean, that's
He's the quiet one of the band.
Yeah.
He's like,
And the most
I write the
dangerous.
riffs. I enjoy all of it. Thank you. And he goes home. He does his salute, and he's like, I'm out.
Highly
pretty
dangerous
much, I
man.
mean,
Nathaniel's like a truss rod. You don't really ever get to see it, but it's holding the whole house up.
Well, I mean, and he's the only one of us. I mean, he plays in church, so like he's drawing a whole different perspective from a different corner
true.
and bringing it in on top of us. So it's been, very, very welcomed as far as the influence on it.
I think you're the only guy that plays in a church that will just crank out a Cliff Burton line from Metallica in sound check at First Baptist.
Oh no, I do like from now and then, every now and then, like especially the sound guy, like I'll bust out some Rush or something, just whatever it is, and he's like, oh yeah,
That's awesome. We talked a little bit 90s music there for a second. I went down a wormhole the other night. I was listening to Bush Come Down. I love that song so much. I
Yeah.
think it is a truly great rock song.
It is.
Yeah.
Come Down. And the riffs in it, the way, the highs to the lows. And, it was released in 94. So I was going through other songs released in 94. Let's see if I still have it.
Dude, that was a
Here,
crazy
I do.
year.
All right, so these were some songs released in 1994. When I Come Around, Green Day. Interstate Love Song.
Yeah.
STP.
Oh, man.
Better Man, Pearl Jam, Black Hole Sun, Soundgarden, Shine from Collective Soul, Loser from Beck, What's the Frequency, Kenneth from REM, All Apologies, Nirvana, Basket Case
man.
from Green Day, Zombie from the Cranberries,
Holy shit.
Everything's Done from Bush,
Dang.
Mr. Jones from the Counting Crows,
Yeah.
Love Forever from Oasis.
Damn.
I'm not done. Vaseline from STP.
all in '94.
Creep from STP, No Excuses from Alice in Chains, Fell on Black Days by Soundgarden,
Damn, dude.
Come Out and Play by The Offspring, About a Girl from Nirvana. The list goes on and on and on. And so I was doing a post, and I never put it out. I was looking at that list. Think of how much of these songs from that year and other years in the 90s that were the soundtrack to our lives,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
you listen to them. Sorry, Brandon. I think I was off mic for a second there. We'll fix it in post. Fix it in post. And I was looking, and those were like, when you listen to some of those songs, you can think about elementary, middle school, high school moments, whether it was, a girl you were interested in or a song. That does not exist anymore.
It doesn't.
In rock, in mainstream rock. A song is not coming out that you're like, that's the soundtrack to my life.
Like
or
a song that
Yeah.
defines a
when,
generation.
in the 90s, rock music was so influential in the 90s. We had their posters on our bedroom wall. We wanted to dress like them. We wanted to download their music on LimeWire and risk what we thought was going to be going to jail to, download their music on LimeWire. Like, it was a culture. It was an attitude. It was, it shaped mentalities.
Yeah.
We dressed like our favorite rock bands.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know if, I'll take a gun smoke, please. Thank you. Y'all want some beers?
Beers?
Always.
It's free. This guy's saying no to a beer. I'm surprised.
I told you, he's a
Hey,
changed man.
Caleb.
I got
You
to
find
mind the
Jesus?
stomach.
Spiritual advisor.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
But,
Well, yeah. I've always
I
had
don't
Jesus.
know.
I mean,
love
there
Jesus.
is a lot of great rock music being made right now, but it's not a culture. It's not.
No, yeah.
It's formulated.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest thing is you are not allowed to be freedom of expression. It is formulated. You have to, like, we wrote the song on this new album called Sellout City. It'll be out in a couple, a few weeks.
A new album?
Yeah, it's Go Back Home is the album. We have not released it digitally. We'll get into that in just a second. But we wrote the song Sellout City. Well, basically it's everything is so formulated to the point where there's no individuality anymore. And so it's like you have to go and play this part, like Caleb was talking about. You got to dress this certain way. You got to look this certain way. I say this all the time, and kind of in jest, but there's a lot of truth behind it. I miss the days when you can be ugly and a rock star. You know what I mean? Like there's some of those guys that look rough, but they were songbirds. You know what I mean? Like, we're phenomenal singers, and you could be.
Well, I think the tight bell bottoms and the cucumber down the pants helped a lot with the. If you had a jacked up gear.
Alice Cooper, who I've interviewed and
really?
had my interview go viral with him.
Hell yeah.
Not the best looking guy in the world, but could probably bang any woman he ever wanted
Absolutely.
to.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing, man.
He did.
That's
When you have to
true
speak, just
power.
give him a look, and it was
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
That's true
Yeah.
power.
That's true power. Yeah.
I interviewed real quick. I interviewed Alice Cooper during COVID in my house. My wife was sitting next to me when I did it, and we started talking about golf for a while. And then I asked him a question that blabbermouth loud. I've had 11 interviews go viral from Rock Days, but Alice was probably the biggest one. because I said, Mr. Cooper, if you weren't fronting your band, which one would you front? And he said the Foo Fighters. Blabbermouth Loudwire posted the interview and the title saying, "Is Alice Cooper trying to replace Dave Grohl in the Foo Fighters?"
Dave Grohl would probably say
that's your
yes.
Dave Grohl's like, please,
Please.
That's his heroes. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
But yeah, it's you. Again, the individuality is being sucked out of it. The creativity is being sucked out of it. You have designers for everything, and it's no longer just being your true self.
Yeah, rock in its essence is bold, brave. It's raw. It's a beautiful genre. It's a beautiful genre of music.
It's an expression of emotion.
Yeah.
It has been since day one.
And rock can be Counting Crows style, you know, to Demon Hunter. Like it can be whatever it wants. Like that's the beauty of this genre is there's so much variety and so much. There's no specific end to what you can create as a rock musician. But that's the sad thing is there's so much music coming out today, but who's going to dress like Ole Sykes from Bring Me the Horizon? Who's going to dress like, 3 Days Grace? You love their music. Their music's great, but remember when you used to rush to a CD store to buy a CD of the band?
Oh, yeah.
And you listened to it over and over until you got sick of it.
Yeah.
You knew every line,
Yeah.
every song.
And then
could
8
read the
months
book.
later, they started playing it on the radio.
Right.
You were talking about like just that 90s era of music, like the grunge era. So you're like in the grunge era of music, but if Nirvana came on the radio and then Soundgarden came on the radio, you knew the difference.
Yes.
They were both in that grunge scene, but they were individualistic. Like they had their own entity. They stood on their own. They didn't need to be just like everybody else on the radio.
I agree.
There was no, there's songs out there.
You never listened to Nirvana thinking, oh, that sounds like Soundgarden or that sounds like Alice in Chains.
You know immediately it's Kurt Cobain.
You know that?
You know immediately.
If you listen to Chris Cornell, you knew that is Chris Cornell. That is the one and only. Thank you, Samantha. Say hi.
If Pearl Jam hit, you weren't like, I wonder if that's Alice in Chains. It's totally different.
There was no other Alice
Is
in
this
Chains.
Led Zeppelin on the radio?
You knew who it was. And like today, you could turn on the top 40 country hits. Thank you so much. And it's a coin. It's a coin toss. Like it could be any number of them.
Yeah.
Because they all kind of sound the same. They sing in the same accent. They sing with the same riffs. They sing the same timings. They sing the same. I mean, it's just it's so structured. The concepts are the same. There's no like.
Now, did you say that song list was all from 1994?
It was released in '94.
They were
All the music was released.
All that was because in like the music community, like the underlying joke is that's the worst year in music, right? Because,
94?
Yeah, because Kurt Cobain died and Justin Bieber was born.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, I'm not throwing shade.
He still finds a way to do it even without being drunk.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it's wild, man. It's
That's
just
funny.
I don't understand. I mean, I get it. It's a formula. They're running a business, but it's just like you're killing it.
They sucked all the soul out of it.
I mean, rock, and I will say this 100% truthfully, I think the music industry is trying to kill rock.
100%.
Yeah.
They don't even have a rock awards anymore at the award shows. They don't even do that anymore.
My dad and I will bitch on, what's her name? One of the big pop stars, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh yeah.
Like that is what people are paying to go see right now.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't either. I just heard the name.
Sounds. All I can think of is Sabrina the Teenage Witch when you said that.
Very close.
I have no idea who you're talking to.
My daughter listens to all that stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it was like when WAP came out.
Oh no.
All right, yeah. Talk about the low point in American
all the great
culture.
rock music made that year was a great year for rock music. And then there's WAP on the radio.
And you never hear the rock music. Man.
It just
You wouldn't even know a new rock album came out unless you're specifically looking at like Blabbermouth or one of the rock websites and or following that band specifically, like you don't have the record labels, pushing these out in mainstream media right now.
Well, when Mastodon, an Atlanta band, they won that Grammy, right, for Emperor of Sand or that album. That was in the commercial break time. That wasn't televised.
That wasn't even televised.
Yeah.
They didn't televise that. They were televising hip hop. They were televising pop. They were televising bro country. But that was during commercial break.
I had Braun, the drummer, on the podcast. We were doing
Dude.
He showed up in a regular Uber.
They're just like,
Just a regular Uber X to Scofflaw because
So the guy that's running our sound for our show tonight actually helped Mastodon produce their first record.
Really?
Yeah, Matt Washburn, and at Lead Belly Sound Studios over in Dawsonville. And
I don't think he was in Dawsonville.
Or he was in Canton. I guess he was in Canton at that time.
Yeah.
So, but he's in Dawsonville now. He told me, he goes, the first time that Mastodon showed up at his studio, they had never worked with a click track for timing purposes. And he asked Braun if he wanted to. And he goes, yeah, you can throw it on there if you want to. He said, I have never met somebody who had an internal timing mechanism like that man. He goes, he was unbelievable. He goes, honestly, probably the greatest drummer that's ever set foot in my studio.
Braun is insane.
Just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
We did a live interview on the first live podcast we ever did at Scofflaw. It was pre-COVID, early 2019. And I met him when I was getting paid to MC concerts once a month at the Claremont Lounge.
Oh, nice.
And his wife was in the band playing there. And so we just got to talking, and it was great. He's such a great guy, man. Humble as can be.
Yeah.
And
All those guys really are to an
great to
extent.
hear.
Yeah.
Especially when you look up to people like that. It's good to hear.
I swear,
that they're
bands
like
that come
that.
from Atlanta, Tetrarch. Y'all know Tetrarch?
Yeah.
So they're good friends of mine, and they're killing it right now. They're humble. Taylor Barber, who is now in a band with Shavo from System of a Down, started here in the Atlanta rock scene, and he's humble. He's always posting. If he's hanging out with Korn, he's like, this life is so sick. How did I get? I mean, it's just. I feel like bands in Atlanta are really humble.
I think that has to do with that Southern hospitality,
I
that
think so,
raising
too.
from your mama. That you get,
That raised with a switch.
I mean, not new bands coming out right now. A lot of these new bands coming out just want to be rock stars.
Sure.
But the ones that have been doing it since pre-COVID, the guys in our scene back in the day, just great guys that love to play music.
That's what it was about.
Right.
It was
That
just
was
about the
just
art.
love the joy of having people show up and playing for people. That's what our years of the scene were about.
There's a massive difference between playing to and engaged. I would rather play to 10 people who are engaged in your show than 10,000 who are not. It makes a massive difference, and that's what it's all about. It's about connecting with your audience and those people in front of you. So, I mean, I wouldn't take anything for it.
Brandon and I have to take a break, or y'all aren't bored. Now that we're back from our pee breaks.
Hey, we all
my
stayed standing
my
up.
father-in-law who left, the first time I played golf with him, we pull to one of the holes that have bathrooms.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You need to take a pee break?" And I'm like, "What did you just say?" And then he made a small dick joke to me. And it took everything in my power not to be like, "Well, your daughter likes it."
That would have been worth it.
Oh no, I would never. But in my head, I was saying.
Guess where them kids come from?
That's awesome.
I just think it's funny that
I
he
walk out of the bathroom. He's sitting in the golf cart the whole time I'm in the bathroom. I come back, and I can't remember what he said. I think he was trying to impress a couple of his buddies we were playing with, or just be funny. And he said that, and I wanted to say it so bad, but I am a respectful Southern man. And
That he probably beat your ass.
And now, as a father of a daughter, I would probably
murder someone.
here's my saying, as a fellow father of a daughter.
Let's do it.
Every time a guy comes to pick up my daughter, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, listen, I'm a really nice guy until I'm given a reason not to be. You know what? Not be threatening and just,
We have a song called Bad Side. And the line in the song is, there's a bad side to every good man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play that.
That's a new
Bad
record.
Side. Yeah, that's on the
that was
new
a
record.
single release.
Oh, that's even better. I was looking at that. Listen, young man, there's a bad side to every good man.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right.
TM trademark.
You know,
I'll send y'all a royalty every time I say it. I'll send y'all a check.
I really feel bad for both Greg and Nathaniel's daughters trying to, because it's like either way you split that, you got 3 crazy uncles, you know.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, like,
Those
they treat my kids. Yeah, they treat my kids like family. Like, like it's so, you know. Well, of course, Seth is family, but he's their uncle, like by blood. But I mean, they're family. Like, and so they're gonna come up on the porch, and it's like 3 of us just.
And we've all got like 17 spots picked out where they will never find you.
Well, and then you always have
own
the
a lot
dirty
of
nails, like, hey, young man, how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
Between us, we own a lot of property. We'll just put it that way.
Like, they will never find your body.
ever.
No one would ever question why I randomly got a bunch of hogs.
We just live in the country. That's just what we do.
It's funny because, like, my son Shepard at daycare, he has like 5 girlfriends, right?
naturally,
and
yeah.
He is a strapping young man, and he's going to be super tall. The doctor said the doctor is putting him at like 6'3", 6'4".
Ooh, nice. Wow.
And
Athlete.
and I'm always like, hell yeah, brother, you got 5 girlfriends. And then I go to pick up my daughter from daycare, and her infant teacher is like, Tatum's got a little boyfriend. I'm like,
No,
where
she
is that
doesn't.
mother?
You're like, no, she doesn't.
She don't.
I want to
No, she
talk to
doesn't.
his dad.
My little girl come up to me and she's like, my boyfriend's so and so. I'm like, no, it's not. No, you don't have a boyfriend. Go on. They don't exist right now. Well, when can I have a boyfriend? When you're 40. Go away.
When I'm
You can
dead
have.
and
You
in
can
the
start dating
ground.
when you're
Yeah, when
35.
I'm dead, maybe.
Yeah.
If I'm in the ground 6 feet deep, you do whatever you want. But
Yeah.
you know, until then, have some respect.
There's got to be at least 6 feet of ground between me and him.
It's so crazy because Shepard is my playmate. We roughhouse, we wrestle. I'll literally pick that dude up and throw him on the couch and like body slam him, like, you know, on the couch respectively. And with Tatum, I'm like, come here, sweet baby, come here, get over here and give daddy a kiss. But she's also tough, and I'm also tough with her.
But see, that's the difference. And you have a boy to do that with. I got 2 girls.
Yeah.
My daughters, my youngest especially, yes, yes. My youngest especially, she's rough. Like
She's going to be a pro wrestler.
yeah. So like
Any boy tries to touch her, she'll fuck him up.
bingo. So both of my girls, like my oldest is a very, very good little athlete. Like she's very, very good. So she's out there in the dirt. She's tough, you know. My
Presley did a doggone chin up at one of our shows on this like bar. She's like, hey Caleb, look at this, and I'm like, what the heck are you on? What's your cycle, bro?
And
Dang.
then my
Did you do a pull up after her, Caleb?
he couldn't. That's the
No, I couldn't. I slipped off and I cried.
Then my youngest, she's ready to scrap all the time. She's ready to fight at all times. Like I have to separate them because they're ready to scrap all the time. So, you know, that's the difference. Yeah, have a house full of girls. That's what you get. Yeah.
Nathaniel, do you only have the one daughter?
Yeah, I only got. She's the oldest. And I got 2 boys.
2 boys, okay.
Yeah, they're doing jujitsu. So that's the thing now is
they're gonna whoop
whenever
his
they
ass.
start no, that's the thing now is whenever they start fighting, it's automatic start choking, and it's like you can't do that, dude.
That's your brother.
Sure you
That's your
can.
brother. You can't choke him out.
Hit each other in the face. Don't choke each other. Well, no, it's not
As
like
long as you let go and they go limp, they're
no,
fine.
it's not like sleeper hold choke. It's like full on. Dude, like yank back, like you're gonna hurt him. Stop,
Dude, when they get older, you're going to have to carry around a can of bear mace.
Yeah, probably.
Guard your neck, boy.
Non-parents will judge me for this. Parents won't judge me for this. My garage is half my gym, half my kids' fun zone. Sure. It's like a big oversized garage, and I got it decked out. I love it. But so I leave my kids in there for a minute to go get their dinner ready. Come back. Shepard is starting to put a cable around Tatum's neck, and I'm like, and they don't know the difference.
That's kids.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Kids are gonna do that. They're gonna roughhouse. They're gonna do that. And honestly, that's how they learn.
And that's why Tatum is so tough, because Shepard is like full on testosterone.
Well, my youngest daughter, I was on the phone with somebody, and she climbed up on the banister of our porch and was walking the banister. It's like 15, 20 foot off the ground. If she falls, she's going to get hurt. And I'm like, Hazel, what are you doing? She says, I play in. No fear. Like, it's terrifying. Like nobody tells you that parenting is going to be terrifying, and here we are. You know,
It is literally keeping them alive every second of the day.
until they're 18 years old. Just keep them alive.
Once you get to 18, they're on their own.
Yeah. Adults, get out.
Oh, gosh. I think we could do a whole episode just on the fun of parenting.
Oh, yeah, that's-
Y'all said something interesting when we were talking before, is how different it is to be an original band playing in Europe versus America.
Oh, yeah.
I want to delve into this because this is mind-blowing to
It's
me.
daylight and dark. Yeah.
Like,
Day and night, man.
I mean, bars in America, they want to hear "Sweet Home Alabama." They want to hear whatever song it is from that time era, and that's what they want to hear.
Yep.
But you said in Europe, outside of London, that they just love original music.
Well,
They
I mean,
do.
We can't speak for London exactly.
Because we didn't play in London.
We didn't play in
Yeah.
London.
So,
But like the Midlands and up, like Yorkshire and
Like you said, y'all played an entire set of originals.
yeah, that's all we did.
That's all we
did
toured
for-
with. That's
for
all we
two-
did.
2.5 or
like
3 weeks.
Newcastle, Manchester, Nottingham, everywhere, Lincolnshire. Yeah, people were so immersed. Like, and if they could at the venue, they were up this close in your face, just in awe. They were part of the moment, and that sparked the
that
fire,
doesn't
man.
exist here.
No.
Being part
At
of the
all.
moment.
No, yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
the closest we found is when we played that little town concert series up in Hazel, North Carolina.
Hayesville, North Carolina.
Up in Hazel, North Carolina, little bitty town up there.
Right,
And
in
there
like
was
the
600
town
There were
square.
600 people there, and they were just super engaged the entire time.
gathered
we
all
played.
around
That's
this
the
stage.
closest we've ever came.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
We're playing
that
there
was
again.
amazing.
You said
We're
you
playing
said-
there again this year.
yeah, we're playing there again this year in July.
You said these bars didn't have TVs or things other people were doing, like
man.
playing pool while watching the
It was
band.
a
They
music
were
venue.
watching the band.
It was about being the moment, man. Like you're not distracted by the TV. You're not distracted by. You're there to engage with people and like the music, and it's a social atmosphere, man. You're at a pub. You ever been to like an authentic pub and people weren't like conversing?
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
It's like Cheers everywhere you go.
Yeah, man. It's like you don't have that in the U.S. anymore. I haven't found a spot quite like that where you just go in and it's just conversing. Like you just go in there to be social and live in the moment. Get off your damn phone.
That was another thing. You didn't see the smartphones. Everybody like looking at the screen that's looking at the event. They were a part of that. They were
They might
holding up
take a
their end of
picture.
the deal.
Yeah.
They didn't care about TikTok views.
Like, we don't
Yeah,
have
exactly.
We don't
Yeah.
have a ton of pictures from when we were over.
Yeah.
there.
We had
We
a
don't
guy
have
that
we don't have a photographer, and nobody over there was really. They weren't on their phones taking pictures. They were watching the show.
The only pictures we really got were after the show when they were meeting the band. They would
Yeah,
come
they
up
wanted
and
a
say,
picture.
Can I get a picture with you and an autograph? Yeah, let's do it. Like and that was they were so excited to meet because we were like a foreign delicacy, I guess if you want to call it that
We
way.
were
Yeah,
exotic.
we
we
were
were all-
exotic.
we were
We're like, who are these guys?
They're like, ooh, say taters again.
Can you say taters again?
yeah. And so we were, we had these thick Southern accents. We were playing Southern rock music, and they were just enamored with it. And it's amazing that in a country that's so full of artistic creativity, we were able to stand out. Like that was amazing to me. Like they were so excited for us to come over. We played every show we played just about was ridiculously full of people.
You said people would go, they'd be watching you, go to the bar, get a beer, come back. Go to the bar, get a beer,
Directly
come
back.
Yep,
It was like,
beeline.
hurry up, give me my beer so I can get back to
And
watch the band.
trying to get their spot back up front.
Yes.
That does not
Yeah.
exist anymore.
No.
No,
Not at all.
Not
Not here.
unless you're like you're Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like
You got to get a beer, and then you're like, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. And then, it's like, they'll play a couple songs, I'll be back in a minute. No, here it's like, over there, they're like, give me
don't
my
wanna
beer, get me back to my spot
I don't
now.
want to miss it.
And I'm going
don't
to
wanna
fight
miss
you
it.
for
Yeah.
my spot because this is where I was standing.
Absolutely.
Like it was.
Yeah, man, it was
I don't know.
great.
So y'all can clearly say playing in Europe is more fun than playing in America.
yeah,
100%.
Oh, yeah.
We
yeah,
need
the
to-
UK
Yeah.
especially.
We
yeah.
need to figure out how to replicate
What
that
I would
here.
say is, how do we bring that here?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we bring that mentality of like,
get people off TikTok.
Do you know
I
I've
don't know.
I've had the idea of funding and starting a music venue.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
I have had the idea of it.
Yeah.
It's something in the back of my mind, something I'm thinking about in the next 5 years or so.
We'll have to introduce you to our friend Brad. He's got a new app, Band Groupies.
Yes.
He can help you to cultivate the scene with that. It's really cool.
it's a great app.
Yeah.
I've always thought Atlanta's Rock Ambassador builds a music venue.
Yeah.
It makes it exactly what it should be.
Do it right. Yeah. I would appreciate that as an artist.
There are
Yeah,
a few people that could help facilitate that, and I think that if you do it right, you can make a difference. I really, really do.
Big difference.
Because, I mean, me as, the lover of the local music scene, someone that knows these bands, knows you and other bands, and has the pulse on it, I'm like, I could do it right. I really feel like I could.
I think you could too.
Yeah.
I think there is a big need for it.
Huge
Especially-
need.
Huge need for it. And you've got enough people. You've got enough people that are willing to get behind you for it. Just got to figure out how to get people there. That's going to be your biggest hurdle. So count us in on anything you need. We'll help you any way we can with that.
Female and male dancers when you first.
I'll do a
walk in.
count. I'll do a calendar. We'll do a spread calendar for
Every
you. if you
band
need
has to do a calendar.
Every man has to do a calendar.
Dude, you could like shave a logo in your chest, one in your back.
Every band has to get a tattoo of the band of the venue. Yeah.
Hey, I always said if we got big enough that I would get the logo on the inside of my forearm.
Yeah,
But
why not?
Do any of y'all have tattoos?
Nathaniel does.
Nathaniel's the only one.
yeah,
I
I'm
think.
the only one. I got the which you can't see it with this shirt. I got the Metallica.
I didn't have any when I first interviewed y'all. Now I have 17.
Wow, you got addicted, didn't
Got
you?
addicted.
Yeah.
I hear they're addicting.
Yeah.
My wife's got a bunch. I don't have any, but she said don't because they're addictive.
Oh, it was so addictive. I got the king one. My wife is supposed to get a matching queen one. That's because we're the king and queen of our family.
Sure, yeah.
But until she gets it, it looks so stupid. People will be like, "Why do you have that?" And I'll be like, "I don't know. I don't know."
Fulfilled my half. She hasn't yet.
And
I'm the king. I'm the king. That's what
See-
it is. I'm the king.
Then if you weren't a good dad, you could get the kids and get them tattooed pawns on them. If you weren't a good dad.
I'm a great dad.
See, that's
I'm a great
I don't know.
So
I don't think that's great dad stuff.
that's what I'm saying. If you weren't a good,
I have a coffee cup that says I'm the number one dad.
yeah, see,
I'm the number one dad. Damn it.
Make them a little more important. You can make them a rook or a,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
bishop.
you could just get some of the little, the little hot water ones, the fake tattoos, the wash off.
Yeah,
I'll get anything at this point, but I literally, I'm like, people will ask me what it means. I bet it means nothing. I just thought it was cool. Until my wife gets the matching one, then I can say my wife has a matching one.
Ooh.
What?
Get a playing card drawn out around it.
Great ideas for
Dude,
me.
that's a
see?
4-step king tattoo. You got the king card, the king playing piece. You got the K, and you've got the crown.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's Inception, my friend.
Yeah.
Tattoo Inception.
It's too close to my daughter's tattoo to get the card around.
Tattoo Inception.
You fucked it up.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
That was a good movie.
Wild. Was he in the dream? At the
No, it
end?
was real life.
You sure?
I swear. I believe it to this day, and I will fight for it. That it was real life. Because it started wobbling a little at the end.
It didn't fall.
It didn't fall, but it started wobbling.
I don't know, man. It's kind of wild.
This is a very hot. This is a very hot subject.
You
It
think
was
he's
real.
real life?
But it started wobbling just a little bit. And that means it's going to fall.
But how did his kids stay the
it
same
wobbled.
age through that whole time period?
We
What?
wobble,
How
but
did
they
his
don't
kids
fall
stay the
down.
same age that whole time period that he was away from them?
Don't have an answer for that.
Exactly.
This is too deep. We're getting too deep.
Well, that's episode 110.
I was gonna say this is where it starts.
Next time
Next time.
We're gonna edit this down to 5-minute episode.
This is where it
Just 'cause they
starts.
made me look stupid.
This is where the episode starts just diving off.
No questions. It's such a great single. Y'all are just on such a path that makes me so, excuse my language, listeners, so fucking proud.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
The attitude that y'all take this business with, and the way y'all have formulated your band is just incredible. And y'all are such nice guys. And this was such a great conversation. I'm pretty sure we covered everything. Where are we at right now? It's time. It's time.
It's done.
Yeah.
So check out No Questions from Hush Money. I know y'all have the numbers at the end of your socials. What is y'all socials?
You talking about the
Hush Money Band 64, 94, whatever.
It's
it is.
Hush Money Music Inc. at on Facebook, Hush Money Band 4 on Twitter and Instagram, and Hush Money Band on TikTok. So, and of course,
And
Spotify,
hushmoneyband.com.
Apple, YouTube,
Hushmoneyband.com. has it all.
hushmoneyband.com.
Go check
has
out the
everything.
music video
I bet
on YouTube.
Caleb did the detergent pod challenge on your TikTok, didn't he? Where he eats the detergent pods.
The Tide Pods?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah, we did.
They're not that bad. They're not that bad.
Yeah, they're not that
Which
bad.
is why he is like he is today.
If you can't eat a Tide Pod, you're just a pussy.
And we're going to end on that.
Thank you.
That's going to be the description of this episode. If you can't eat a Tide Pod, you're a pussy. He's quiet the entire episode, and then he comes in with that at the end.
With the most prolific statement of the whole thing.
Hush Money, episode 110 of the Scope Podcast. It's done. Guys, that was